What's up everyone, welcome to NTWANfc. In today's video we're gonna review the eFootball Sunday update and the new Showtime pack that's available with Erling Haaland, Romelu Lukaku and Mitoma. Let's have a look at this here. Login bonus as usual. The startup campaign still going on. Today you should be able to get the 50 coins reward. Another 50 coin is going to be available in a week from now exactly if you've been logging on every day. Here is the Showtime pack offensive genius Erling Haaland here. Double skill here, phenomenal finishing and bullet header. A good one, an interesting one for Erling Haaland. Phenomenal finishing, always one of the big skills for the attackers, and bullet header here. Very useful, and especially for Haaland, but the only problem is that Erling Haaland, in terms of heading stats, he is decent, but he is not exceptional here. He will probably go somewhere in the mid 80s if you level him up decently in terms of aerial strength, but that's not going to be, as good as a Kohler, a Drogba, and these heading specialists, despite the fact that he's very tall. But because he's tall, bullet header could be interesting. His finishing is just not going to be all that good in the air. Let's have a quick look here at the heat map. Poacher 88 rated with the booster here. I mean, overall, Erling Haaland, he is an exceptional striker. He is so dominant physically in this game that it's very, very hard to defend against him. The only, of course, downside is that he is not as good as you would think a guy this size would be in the air. But here with bullet header, perhaps it compensates a little bit. Let's have a look at the player skills here. He's got heading, bullet header, long range curler, long range shooting, acrobatic finishing, one-time shot, phenomenal finishing, penalty specialist, aerial superiority, and fighting spirit. He has a lot, pretty much everything that you would need here for a striker. Could you give him? Perhaps a one-touch pass, some passing skills like through passing. And hill trick could be a good one because he can use his body to shield the ball. But, in terms of attacking skills here, he has pretty much everything that you could think of. Pretty decent card here. Let's have a look at the rest of the pack here. Romelu Lukaku here, visionary pass as his player skill here. 191, 94 kilos. 87 rated with the booster here from Napoli. Let's have a look. He's basically the same guy as Haaland, but perhaps just not as good. And he plays in the Italian Championship. Let's have a look at the skills. He's got visionary pass, which you wouldn't think would be all that great for a striker. Why didn't they not give him phenomenal finishing? But the skills that he has are heading, long range curler, one-time shot, one-touch pass, through passing, outside curler, visionary pass, penalty specialist, aerial superiority, fighting spirit. So right off the bat, you can tell here he needs to get acrobatic finishing. He probably could use long range shooting. And what else here? Well, the problem really for him is that he doesn't have a phenomenal finishing here, and it's hard to understand why they would give him visionary pass and not phenomenal finishing. Perhaps they didn't want to have two players here with phenomenal finishing, but what is the point really of having a visionary pass on a striker, especially a striker like Lukaku, who's very strong and has a pretty bad passing stats? So not really the best card here in this pack. Let's have a look now at Mitoma. Two player skills here, momentum, dribbling, and acceleration burst. Let's have a look at him here. Cross specialist Mitoma. Left midfielder, 86 rated with the booster. He can play offensive midfielder if you're going to give him a position training here. But this guy, he's going to be a crossing specialist, more of a guy that you want to play on the wing but he is right-footed, and he plays on the left wing. Let's have a quick look here. Let's see, his non-dominant leg precision is only high, so that means that if you play him on the left flank, then you sort of have to stop, turn, put yourself on the right foot, and then try to cross the ball. Not the best move here. Let's have a look at the player skills here. Double touch, flip flap, soul control. So he can do the double touch level 3. Momentum, dribbling, acceleration, burst, long range curler, one-time shot, through passing, pinpoint crossing, outside curler. Well, he's going to need to get one touch pass, that's for sure. He's got pinpoint crossing. Perhaps a weighted pass could be useful for him. He seems to be a good dribbler. Perhaps a Marseille turn could also be useful. But, you know, for me, a guy who's going to play on the left wing, he needs to either be a lefty or have the weak foot, you know, his weak foot on very high, not just on high, because otherwise, you know, if you move down the flank, then you want to cross the ball, and it's not going to work. And, you know, he's a crossing specialist, but essentially he cannot cross the ball well with his weak foot, so that's going to be a problem. I would say this is not the best pack. There is just Haaland, who is definitely going to be an outstanding player. If you do this pack, it is just for him. And, you know, keep in mind that, you know, this is how many? 150 player pack? Yes, it is. So if you want Haaland, you might have to go all the way and empty the pack. And when it comes to Lukaku and Mitoma, not really that interesting of cards. Let's have a quick look here at the rest, the new events that have been added. It is the Spanish club event here, Spanish league, both in the AI and in the PvP sections here. PvP, as usual, you get the random skill tokens and you get 50 eFootball coins. And on this one, on the AI version, this time you have a nominating contract and a position token. So that is it, guys, for this Sunday update here in eFootball. A not all that great of a pack, you know, kind of disappointing considering the players that have been added recently, like Bonucci. And, you know, the good thing, I would guess, is that they're not going for 200 player packs every single time. It was just a one-off, perhaps, with the 2 Inter Milan player, Snyder and Samuel Eto'o, and now they're going back to the 150 players pack, more reasonable in my mind. But so far I haven't seen really the type of pack that makes me want to open and spend my coins on you know, a player. And definitely this Haaland pack is not going to be the one where I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna wait until I see one of those new legend, one of those new epic, a spectacular player, perhaps a Zinedine Zidane or R9 or Ronaldo Nazario, something like that. We know that they are going to come with a new legend, so let's wait and see. Bonucci, not a bad one that they added in the last midweek update, but, you know, I have plenty of defenders, and of course, you know, the attackers are always more interesting than the defender. So we will see what they will come up in the midweek update on Wednesday. But in the meantime, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.
Hit me with that like, and sub to the channel. Hit me with that like, and click the effing bell. Click that bit, alright. The algo recommends, for she don't like. The algo knows you well. Hit me with that like, subscribe to the channel. Hit me with that like, and click the effing bell.